Street takeover surge, what some LA residents say needs to happen to put a stop to the growing trend. And it's the most expensive Super Bowl on record. How much tickets to the upcoming big game will cost you? I made it alone. Hello, everyone. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. LA is seeing a surge in street takeovers. More than a dozen happened on Sunday night in South LA and Compton. One of them ended with 4 people shot. They're expected to survive. The shooter or shooters have not been caught. And people in Compton say street takeovers are getting more frequent. They're happening every weekend, and they're getting more violent.
You just hear like the screeching noise of the cars. They just keep going, and it'll be for hours.
The only way to get them to stop is to start locking everybody up, whether you're a participant or a spectator.
Police say they arrested 24 people during sideshows Sunday night, and they impounded 14 vehicles. You're looking at a time-lapse video showing the end of a job that's been in the work for months. Engineers lifted and lowered the Space Shuttle Endeavour into its final upright position at the California Science Center. The components were hoisted into position in a series of moves over the past several weeks. And now that the stack is done, the California Science Center will build the new Samuel Ocean Air and Space Center around the shuttle. That's set to open sometime in the next year or two. Very exciting. There are some changes ahead in the weather department. Let's find out what they are with meteorologist Belinda Leon.
Hi, Robin. Well, the warm January temperatures are about to come to an end. The handoff from January to February is going to get a little bumpy. I'm tracking a storm at the end of the week. Now, on Wednesday, we start to see changes. Temperatures come down to about 69. Clouds increase, but it stays mostly dry. The rain starts Wednesday evening into Thursday. Thursday morning is going to be a soggy mess. Plan ahead for your morning commute. That's when we're expecting the heaviest rain. Temperatures will be around 60 degrees. The cool temperatures continue through Friday, and some showers could linger. As of now, this storm system does look like it's going to bring us a good soaking from 1 to 3 inches for most areas. Higher amounts will be in the foothills and in the mountains. That snow level will be dropping from 7,000 feet on Wednesday to 4,000 feet on Friday morning. So we could have some issues in the mountains when it comes to that winter weather. Stay tuned for advisories and watches.
5 men are under arrest in connection with the murders of 6 people in the Mojave Desert. Investigators also revealed that the call for help came from one of the men who had been shot. They say the man called 911 last Tuesday night, and San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies tracked his cell coordinates to the remote area north of Adelanto. All 6 men had been shot, 4 of them burned. So far, only 4 of 6 have been identified, ranging in age from 22 to 45. On Sunday, deputies arrested 5 men for the murders between the ages of 24 and 36 at a compound in Pinon Hills. Sheriff Shannon Dykes would not confirm if this was cartel related, but says it was a dispute over illegal growth and sale of marijuana.
Since we've been investigating illegal marijuana grows, a number of body dumps and things have been related to this across our county.
The sheriff says his department has seen an increase in murders like this one since California passed Prop 64 in 2016. It turned illicit marijuana offenses from felonies into misdemeanors. Malibu has approved a long-term contract to bring back CHP patrols to improve safety on PCH. This will bring in 3 new officer patrols over the next 2 years. The approval comes after years of pushback from neighbors saying PCH is not safe, experiencing decades of reckless driving and traffic deaths. Those calls got even louder after the deaths of 4 Pepperdine students on PCH last October. A Red Cross blood drive honored slain LA County Sheriff's Deputy Ryan Klinkenbroomer. The event was held at the Henry Mayo Hospital in his hometown of Santa Clarita. Ryan was shot and killed during an attack just outside the Palmdale Sheriff's Station this past September. Ryan's parents donated blood at the event.
My son wore that badge with honor and pride, and I need to give back to the community that he loved so much and was raised in and cared for.
His mother says they were overwhelmed by the number of people that came to donate and called it a blessing. A 37-year-old man is under arrest for allegedly being in possession of millions of dollars worth of stolen Nike products. The LAPD tells us they found thousands of pairs of stolen shoes, clothing, accessories, and unique prototypes while serving a search warrant at a warehouse in Hawthorne. They say the suspect, Roy Lee Harvey Jr., was seen delivering those stolen goods. Their total value around $5 million. Harvey has been booked on suspicion of receiving stolen property. It's happened again. The Compton courthouse is closed for the second time this month because of flooding. A pipe burst on the 4th floor over the weekend, and you can just see the mess and all the damage it caused. The flooding is impacting elevators, stairwells, the jury room, and much of the lobby. Cases are being transferred to other courthouses. An alarming new study from the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety finds that roadside workers are getting hit and killed nearly 4 times more than actually reported. According to the study, 123 roadside workers were killed by passing cars between 2015 and 2021. While national crash data only lists 34 deaths, the data shows that 84% of the crashes happened during good weather. And officials say that in 2/3 of the crashes, the worker was already starting to leave the scene.
And so this kind of speaks to other factors at play, such as driver inattention, drowsiness, perhaps other sources of driver impairment as well.
AAA says the message to drivers is slow down and move over when you see someone working on a car on the side of the road. A family-owned car dealership in Oxnard is asking for the public's help in finding the suspects who stole 2 trucks from their lot. It happened early Saturday morning at the Unique Auto Center. The family says on Friday, 3 people came expressing interest in the trucks, and then after closing, they say 2 of them returned and stole them.
Yeah, business is not easy. You know, we work 6, 7 days a week, 12, 14, 16 hours a day, and have something like this happen to us, especially when we're trying to help the community here.
In total, the stolen trucks are worth more than $70,000. Thousands of California drivers may have paid unnecessary late fees when renewing their car's registration. That's because the IT learned the DMV is rejecting thousands of electronic check payments when nothing is wrong with them. Here's NBC4's Carolyn Johnson.
When it comes to renewing her car's registration, going to the DMV in person is a big no for Jordan Correa.
The lines take forever. No one wants to spend their day at the DMV.
So Jordan skipped the lines and renewed her registration online. She paid using an electronic check.
I inputted my information, double, triple checked my bank account numbers and everything to make sure everything was correct.
The DMV website confirmed her payment right away, but weeks later, the DMV told Jordan that her check had bounced, and they tacked on nearly $200 in late fees.
I was really confused because I had no overdraft fees in my bank. The money was in there. I even contacted the bank and they told me that the DMV hadn't attempted to make a charge.
Other California drivers are complaining online about the same issue. The DMV accepted their payments, but later rejected them and then piled on late fees. So what's going on? Well, the DMV seems to be messing up. It confirmed to the I-Team there are thousands of instances where it confirmed a payment but later rejected it, and then issued demand payment letters to some of those drivers. 30,000 of them in 2022 and nearly 40,000 last year. The DMV said about 60% of the rejections were valid, the drivers entering the wrong account information on the website. But the rest, well, they didn't have an explanation.
To have to pay all these extra fees, it can be financially devastating.
The I-Team asked the DMV how much it had collected in unwarranted late fees. It said it doesn't track that. But if you do the math, if everyone's late fee is as much as Jordan's, it could mean millions. After the I-Team reached out to the DMV, it waived Jordan's late fees. She says next time she'll pay another way.
Just bite the bullet and go in person and pay it.
Changes could be coming to children's social media thanks to a new bill in California. State Senator Nancy Skinner of Berkeley introduced the legislation. She says it would protect children from social media addiction dangers. The bill would require chronological feeds on social media for users under age 18. It would also change the default settings to mute notifications between midnight and 6 a.m., cap use at a 1-hour daily rate, and remove the visibility of like counts. Parents would be able to change these settings. Mexican professional boxer Canelo Alvarez will serve as Grand Marshal for this weekend's NASCAR race at the LA Memorial Coliseum. Very exciting. NASCAR officials say the super middleweight champ was chosen for his strength, victory, and triumph, and because he's a fan favorite here in LA and Mexico. Canelo will give the command to start the engines at Sunday's Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. Ready or not, spring training begins for the Dodgers next week. And to get fans all fired up and pumped up, the team released this hype video of Shohei Ohtani working out at Dodger Stadium. And his work ethic is just like second to none, already earning praise from his teammates and coaches. Looking forward to seeing them play. All right, for the first time in Las Vegas history, an all-Latino group will headline a Spanish language residency. Los Spookies will have a residency at the Park MGM Resort in Las Vegas. They're set to perform 15 shows starting in May, and tickets for the show go on sale this Friday. The Disneyland Resort is celebrating the grand opening of the new Pixar Place Hotel. This was Paradise Pier Hotel, but Disney gave it a makeover to transform it into Pixar Place Hotel, and it's pretty cool. It celebrates all the beloved animated Pixar movies like Toy Story, Monsters, Inc., The Incredibles, Coco, and many, many more. You'll also find the famous Pixar lamp in the guest rooms. How cool is that? There are restaurants, a gift shop, and in the pool area, there's a water slide and a Finding Nemo splash pad. That's where I'll be hanging out. Talk about sticker shock. The 49ers and the Chiefs are set to clash in Las Vegas for Super Bowl 58. And get this, ticket prices for the big game are now the most expensive on record. According to Ticket Marketplace TickPick, the average price is hovering just under $10,000. That's 70% more expensive compared to last year's Super Bowl. The cheapest you're looking at, just over $8,000. Save your pennies. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app at our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout your morning commute. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.